Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm here today with my first place March 2013 Geargia deck profile. This is a different Geargia deck, I guess. It's Machina Geargia. It's Christian's deck, but with some of my own little texts and choices. It's really weird and really bad, and I realized some things later on. And this deck, I'm going to be doing a lot of changing to it to help out Christian with his deck. But I came in first place today in about a 20 or so person. Probably actually no, I don't know how many people it was at, but there was a lot of people. I ended up winning like $50, so it was pretty nice. It was a pretty big local. $50 store credit. So let's just get started on the deck. I'm going to be doing a discussion video after or like later on, like about my matchups and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm making a big deal of this because this is my first ever tournament win, and it's with a deck I've always kind of liked. This started with the Geargia stuff. 3 Geargia armor, just flip it up, add your Geargia accelerators to your hand, and then special them and just go push, push, push. Just like when you flip the armor, you get to add the accelerator, and then once you have about 2 accelerators, you usually go off and make Gigants and Machina Fortresses, and it's really, really good. This deck has a lot of speed. 2 Geargia Arsenals. The reason I only run 2 Arsenals is because you only ever need to resolve usually 1, and 3 is just too many, and you'll draw too many copies of it, and you really don't want to have too many, or draw this card a lot. That's it for the Geargias. And by the way, this card just pops it off and you get a special Geargia from your deck in defense mode. Let's get started with the Machina engine. You got 3 copies of Machina Gearframe, just one of the best cards in the deck. One of my favorite cards in the deck. Lets you add any Machina monster from your deck to your hand, and lets you put big beaters on the field like your Machina Fortress. Fortress, you just discard, levels up to 8, and you can even discard itself. Yeah, but it's pretty good, and it's just like one of the best boss monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Really easy to summon, very poorly designed, but great card. I love this card. It's what won me almost all of my games today. 2 Machina Cannons, just because it's a nice top deck sometimes when you have Fortresses engraved, because you can just ditch the cannon to Fortress, and like if you need Gearframe, you have like your things engraved. It's just a 1-card pitch. It's really nice. 1 Gores, because it's just like a surprise factor, I guess you can say. 2 copies of Effect there. These things were critical in how I ended up winning today. Like, there are a lot of cards that just ended up winning me. These things were like able to save me so many times against so many of my matchups. And then one main decked Maxi. I don't know if I'll be main decking this card anymore. It was very subpar to some other cards. But that's the monsters. It's 20 monsters. I'm going for the 2010-10. Since this is the new March 2013 ban list, I decided to main deck 2 Forbidden Lance due to the fact that Solemn Warning is at 1. This card is broken in almost anything now, just because bottomless, like, they tried to bottom, like, I don't even know how many times today they, like, bottomless or, like, torrentialed, and just lanced, and, like, it was just so good. Like, this card is amazing. Like, right now I can't see myself not playing this card. Yeah, Lance is just flat out amazing. Triple Space Typhoon, because you're a push like fast tempo deck, so you just want to be able to pop your opponent's back rows and then like ram through and just OTK. The Trinity of Dark Hole, Reborn, and Heavy, just clear board Reborn stuff. Avarice, because I never resolved it, but it's just a nice card to have. It's like sometimes when you need that extra draw, it's pretty good. And then finally Limiter Removal, because this card's funny. Yeah, it's just really funny because you can just OTK randomly with this card. And yeah, that's my 10 spells. The Lances are like the best card in the deck. 1 main deck Dust Tornado. Yeah, I main deck Dust Tornado because I needed a 10th card for my traps to go 20-10-10. And I found a Dust Tornado. I'm like, this card's pretty good. I can do stuff, set stuff, and just do pretty good, cool plays. It was really good. Didn't draw it, but it's still a really good card. 1 Solemn Judgment, just because it stops stuff. 1 Warning, because it's warning, it really doesn't need explaining, stop summons and stuff. 1 Call of the Haunted. I never was able to resolve it, so I'm probably taking it out. It sucks pretty bad. 2 Mirror Force, just because I want to be able to protect my fortress, protect my smaller monsters, and then OTK the following turn. And it gets rid of problematic cards like Thunder King and stuff. 2D Prison, because just can get rid of problematic cards, and yeah, that's basically it. And then 2 Bottomless, just because it kills like Thunder King and can actually just stop your opponent's plays. It's really nice. That's the main deck. It's 40 cards. Going into the extra deck, this is where it gets weird. This is where I started noticing weird things. My Hyper Librarian, Token, Christian, one Stardust Dragon. I didn't even, I played Stardust without even realizing that I forgot to play Starlight Road in my deck. Yeah. So the only time I could have done this is if I had a Fortress and a Veiler. Never did, though. I didn't realize that till I got home and was sorting out my trap cards. So that Death Tornado will, or no, that Call the Han will probably turn into a, Starlight Road. 1 Fairy King. Never made it, but they just had a lot of space. 2 Gigants, just because it's like the best Exceed in the deck, and you can just like go through all your OTKs, generate a lot of plus, and just basically win. 2 Maestros. I never made it, but it's just a really good card to have. 1 Utopia. This is Utopia. 1 Cowboy. Funny story. I cowboyed for game like 4 times today. Yeah, that kind of happened. In fact, there was one match where I cowboyed for game to win both my games. It was really funny. Because, like, most of the time on all your OTKs, you leave them short, and if you have 2 level 4s, just cowboy GG. And, yeah, it's pretty funny. 1 Shockmaster. Made it once, won me a game. Steel Storm Roach, just in case I run into dragons. Pappy, because it's Pappy. Kill Spirit Reaper. Gemini Pearl, just in case I need to run over something like a Shien. Fist Dweller, if I play Mermails. Big Eye, because I run level 7s, and you can just take your opponent's monsters, and it's really cool. Then I realized, or then I decided to play a couple Ring 3s. I don't know, I don't know, but I think I only played these 2. I did not play Giga Brilliant. Yeah, I played these 2 because they're good, and just in case I ever needed to make them. Even though I don't run any Rank 3s in my deck. Or any, I don't know. I don't even know why I ran them. Like, this deck's really weird and probably shouldn't have won, but I did, somehow. 2 Thunder Kings, because it's just a really good card. And it shuts down a lot of decks right now. 2 Maxis, just because there was a lot of Samurai today, so I decided that I can side into Triple C, which I did, and it was actually good that I did. Just in case I played against Agents, I played Bleaching the Life. Just, yeah, get over their stuff. 2 Mind Crush. Came in a couple times. Did some pretty good plays. Yeah. The Starlight Road. That's where it was! No, okay, this has just been weird today, guys. I just realized that the Starlight Road is right here. I always thought I was siding into a second copy, but I never played the first copy. Wow. I am weird. Okay. This is the exact deck, though. 2 Soul Drains. I never sided these in. They're mainly for Mermails. 2 Decree, because it's Decree, just in case Chain Burn. Finally 2 Tarantula, just because for spamming decks. The cards that I actually did side in today are today I played with basically an 8-card side deck. It was that bad. Half of my side deck virtually was dead. But anyways, guys, that's my Geargia deck that I won with first place. It's my first ever tournament win. I'm going to be posting a video talking about how I did it and what I did to win and how I played the deck and I'll be explaining more detail of my tech choices. But anyways, guys, this is Joe. That was my first tournament win, as I've said a couple times. I'm just so proud of myself. And yeah, don't net deck this because it's garbage. Not because I don't want you to. Net deck it if you want, but it's garbage. I'm just telling you, like, straight up. Like, I don't know how I did. I don't know how I won. It was a big local too. I won like a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like, even my friend said, like, you're winning. Like, you just won a lot more than like usual locals get, I believe. Like one of my friends said it's the biggest payout he's ever seen. But anyways, guys, comment what you think about it. Like up the video and please subscribe. Be looking for some more cool content, and I'll talk to you later.